everyone and welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all safe and healthy. So today I'm on my way to the Peugeot showroom here in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia to take a look at the brand new 2022 Peugeot 508. One small fact about the 508 you need to know: in 2020 it was named the Middle East car of the year. So it is pretty popular here in the Middle East, and I'll be taking a look at the 22 model here, and I'll let you know all the exterior and interior features of the car. And before we go ahead and take a look at the car itself, I just wanted to say, if you're new to the channel, do like the video and also subscribe to the channel as well. It helps me out a lot, and also do turn on the notifications so that you will be the first ones to know when I upload next videos. And most probably I might get a chance to also make a video with the Peugeot 3008, so do hit that bell icon to stay notified whenever I upload that video. So now let's go ahead and take a look at the car. Alright guys, so here it is, the 2022 Peugeot 508 GT. So you have 3 trims in total for the 508 GT, or basically the 508. You have the Allure, you have the Allure Sport, and then you have this GT over here. And personally I think this is one of the best looking sedans in its class, and the competitors in this class are the Toyota Camry, the Honda Accord, then you also have the Hyundai Sonata, Kia Optima. And personally I believe the design of the 508 is one of the best. But before we talk about the design, I just wanted to show you all the specifications which are right over here with the price as well. Over here you can see this is the 2022 Peugeot 508. I got one thing wrong though, and that's the trims actually. So you have an active trim, an Allure trim, Allure Sport, and the GT. Here in the GT you can see all the technical data. So the active and Allure, I believe you get the smaller engine, which is, it is a 1.6 liter turbo, but it still has it has lower power output, basically like 165 horsepower and 240 newton meters of torque. But if you go for the Allure Sport and GT, you have 217 horsepower and 300 newton meters of torque. Then you can see the fuel economy for the Allure Sport and GT. It's 15.7 kilometer per liter. You have an 8-speed automatic. On the active and Allure you do get the 6-speed automatic, and also it is front wheel drive only, you don't get all wheel drive. GT comes with 19-inch rims, while the Allure and Allure Sport come with 18 inches. The base active gets 17 inches. This is all the other specifications like the fuel tank capacity and all that stuff. Then you have your trunk cargo space over here. It is 545 liters. Then if you fold down the seats you have 1200 liters. Then these are all the exterior features, interior features, and everything, the safety features. And in total all that, the 508 GT is 151,800 riyals, which I'll convert it down to dollars as well as euros for you guys, just so that you can understand the price a bit. Just remember the fact that since there is a bit of an import tax and VAT over here in Saudi Arabia, the price will be higher than the markets in Europe. So just keep that in mind. And now let's talk about the design of this car, and let's start with the front. So this is the front look of the 508 GT, and again, like I told you, I do like the design of it a lot, and I do love how the grille is nicely integrated into the bodywork. You have your radar sensor down at the bottom, and the headlights full LED, and they look really good, especially when you unlock them. They have a bit of a dance sequence, you can say that. Here's the key, by the way. So you have currently it's covered, but you have the Peugeot logo, you have lock, unlock, and this is for your opening the trunk. So when we unlock the car, you can see the LEDs do a bit of a dance. Overall the design of the front is really good. The headlights have this nice DRL over here, which also acts as the indicator, which I'll just show you to you right now. Yeah, so that's how the indicators work. It's a full length indicator, and this design I do like it because it resembles the lion fangs. That's what Peugeot says, and it does look really nice. The grille design is also pretty good. Here you have the Peugeot logo. Now this is the older style logo. There is a new logo which is introduced on the new 308. I'll just put it up for you guys so you can see that logo. And maybe in the next year when the 508 is refreshed totally, the new logo will be introduced. You have a front camera, you have your 508 written up top, and that's about it. Then let's take a look at the side now. So the side design is also pretty nice. You can see you have a nice coupe shape over here at the back, and it looks really good and smart. You can see the window lines are totally, or the window surrounds are in black. You have your side mirrors in black. And one more thing, let me just show you the wheels now. So the GT, like I told you, comes with 19-inch rims, and the design of it is pretty good. It's a nice dual tone finish, so silver at the front, and you have black inserts in it. You have your Peugeot logo in the middle, and in total the size of the tire is a 235 section tire with a 40 series sidewall, and the rim is 19 inches. Then you have your side view mirrors here. Again, it's in black with your indicators hidden over here. It's an electrically folding mirror as well. Up top, basically, you have your sunroof. Then the window surrounds, like I told you before, are black with your GT logo hidden right over here. Then you don't have a side skirt. It's just a bit of a design, but nothing much more. Then we come to the rear tire. So the same size as in the fronts, 235 section tire, 40 series sidewall, 19 inch rim. So no changes over there. And like I told you before, it is front wheel drive. Here's your fuel cap over here. And then we come to the rear design. So the rear design is also pretty cool, and it also has a bit of a sequence, which I'll just show it to you right now. So when we unlock the car, you can see the lights will do a bit of a dance when you unlock it, and that looks really nice. And overall, you don't have anything like in terms of spoiler or anything, but the design at the back is really good. And from the looks of it, you might think this is a normal sedan boot, but wait for it, I'll just show it to you. But here you can see the tail lamps. Let me just turn them on. So here are the tail lamps. You can just see how they have designed it, and I think I do like the design of it a lot, and it looks really good. You can see how these LEDs hide out when I just turn the camera on this side. Only the outer LED is visible and the others are hidden inside. So pretty good looking design. And this is how the whole back looks when the tail light is on. The lower bumper design is also pretty nice. You have a small diffuser type of design. Obviously it's not a real diffuser, just an aesthetic design purpose. And you have two exhaust pipes right at the bottom. You have a rear camera. You have your 508 badge here with your Peugeot badge and the lion of the Peugeot over there. Then let's take a look at the boot space, since we are at the back. And to open the boot space, you have a button here. You also can open it from the key fob or another button in the interior. We'll just open it by the key fob. You just hold it and it opens up. It's an electrically operated boot, and you can see from outside it does look like a sedan, but in reality it is just a hatchback, and that's pretty nice. And you can see the opening is pretty nice and wide, and in its class, like when you compare it to the Honda Accord or the Camry, this has one of the largest boots in the class, and you can just see how massive it is. Pretty nice and wide and squarish shape. You do have a small load lip, but that's okay since the sedan is low. You can just easily haul your stuff over it. So in terms of practicality of features, you have a 12-volt socket here. You have some hooks and tethering points, but that's about it. If you want to fold the seats, you have a latch over there in the corner, so you can fold those seats by that. And here you can see you have another small latch, and you can open this up. And here we have a spare tire. You don't have any other space below that. But in terms of total space, when the seats are up, you have 545 liters, and when the seats are down, I think it's 1200 liters, so pretty nice. And now what we'll do is we'll take a look at what's powering the 508. Okay, so here's the engine bay of the Peugeot 508. So across the whole 508 lineup, you only have one engine here in Saudi Arabia. It's a 1.6 liter turbo, 4-cylinder obviously, but it has different power outputs. So the base active and Allure get 165 horsepower, but the GT and the Allure Sport get 217 horsepower and 300 Newton meters of torque, that is 221 pound-feet of torque. And this is attached to an 8-speed automatic, and then all together it is attached to the front wheels. So I mean it drives only the front wheels, and I believe from 0 to 100 kilometers an hour it takes around 7.5 seconds, give or take, depends on the conditions. But this is all the engine bay area, and nice to see that even in this type of class they have given you gas struts. Usually you only have a pop rod, so it's a nice premium feature over here. So now what we'll do is we'll jump inside the interior and take a look at all the features over there. Okay, so before we head into the interior, I just want to say if you're enjoying the video so far, do hit that like button, and also do subscribe to the channel and turn on your notifications so that you'll be the first ones to know when I upload later videos. I might soon get a chance to also review the 3008, so do stay tuned for that as well. And now let's head into the interior. Okay, so to go into the interior, you obviously have keyless entry system, and that's how you open the door. And one thing I do like about the 508 a lot is they have given you frameless windows, which I think look really good, nice, premium and sporty as well. Any car that has frameless windows instantly becomes my favorite though. So I do like this style of window trims, and I'm not a big fan of those old style pillars. This does look nice and modern and sporty as well. So now let's take a look at the door trim. So here at the front passenger seat, you have a nice soft touch material right up top over here.
so that is, and it feels pretty high quality as well. You have a speaker system over here, and this 508 does have a high-end speaker system from Focal. I personally do not know a lot about this brand. If you do know something about it, let me know in the comments down below. Then this GT trim has a carbon fiber effect over here with a small chrome strip up top. I hope you can just see this small plastic light over here. It's meant for the ambient lighting. I hope you can just see that blue lighting over there. Since it's pretty bright in the showroom, I cannot show it to you clearly, but you have the ambient lighting over here. Then this is your door handle, and then since this is the GT trim, you have a nice red leather over here with white stitching, and the leather is nice and soft and feels pretty good to touch. Then you have your window switches and side mirror controls, and you do have a decent amount of door storage over here, and this material over here is also nice and soft, and you have your speaker over here. Then at the side we have a Peugeot sill plate, no 508 badge over here. They should have put that, it would have looked even better. And these are the seats on the GT trim, so they look pretty good, and they are in red, so instantly it makes it a favorite for me, and I do like the design over there. And then one more thing you have is an extendable thigh rest over here, just like in the BMWs, so it's better for tall drivers. Then you have electric seat controls for your backrest and the bottom of the seat. You have your lumbar adjustment, memory seat controls, and this is your massaging function. And over here down at the side, or just you can just see the aluminum pedals over here. Looks pretty nice, I mean. And this is your dead pedal over here, so overall pretty nice and high quality. Over here on this side though, you have the button to open your tailgate, lane keep assist, and active system, safety systems though. And this is, I don't know, I think it's an alarm system though. So now let's jump inside and take a look at the interior. Okay, so here we are in the interior of the Peugeot 508, and let's start with the dashboard quality. And the dashboard quality is pretty nice and soft to the touch up top especially. So it's not leather, it's just a soft touch plastic or rubber material, but it feels high quality though. Up top you have a speaker system, and your air vents are also at the top, so, and they have a nice silver trim around them as well, so pretty good looking top of the dashboard. You have some stitch effect over here though, and it looks good as well. Just below the air vents though, you have a small silver strip that runs across the dashboard as well, and just below that you can make out the ambient lighting. Since it's in blue color, it just picked up pretty easily though, so that's how your ambient lighting looks. Then let's talk about the features they have added for the 22 model year, or basically what the interior has for the 22 model year. So up top in the 508 you have this 12-inch digital instrument cluster. It does look pretty good and high quality, but the system in the new 308, which Peugeot have just launched in the Europe market, it has an even better and high quality display for the instrument cluster as well as the main infotainment. But one thing I'm not a fan of is the car is a bit small in the interior. I have taken a seat in the Honda Accord and also in the Toyota Camry Sonata as well, and they are a lot more spacious for me. I'm 6'5" or 195 centimeters, and this car just feels a bit cramped for me in terms of the headroom and the general space in the interior. And one more thing which also just makes me a bit constricted is the steering wheel. Now the steering wheel design and quality is pretty good. You have leather up top and you have some perforated leather over here, but the only thing is that since I'm a large guy, the steering wheel hits my thighs over here, and I have to, despite this being at a pretty high position, I think this is at the highest position the steering wheel can go, it is obviously impeding in my space over here. So I won't be that comfortable. I can manage it but I won't be very comfortable while driving the car. But that's about it. Then let's talk about the functions we have on the steering wheel though. So on the side though, in terms of the stock, you have your light controls right over here. Then you have your cruise control over here, and you have your windshield wiper controls right here. And you can see these are how the paddle shifters look. Pretty small, but they feel very high quality though. So that's how you control your gears manually. And then in terms of the buttons on the steering wheel, you have a voice assistant. This is for your volume, and this is to control your digital display. So you do have different displays inside. So currently I was in driving mode. Then in terms of driving, when you select that, it does take some time to change. So you can see the speedometer moves to the side, and here in the middle all your driving information stuff is shown. Then you can go down to navigation, and then your navigation map will be shown. Okay, currently, yeah, there we go. it is a bit slow to respond. I think they'll just improve the system in the next model year. Then you have a personal mode where you can configure what you want in terms of the information on the side. I'll just show it to you. So you can configure what information you want over there. Then you have a minimum display, which basically is a reduced display. You don't have a lot of stuff going on, and it just shows you your speed and fuel, which is very important though. Then you have your dials. So that's all there is. Personally, I do like this display a lot more because it just shows you a traditional gauge cluster, and I like that a lot. Then on this side you have another control. This is for your radio though, and when I scroll through it, it shows you your radio presets, and this shows you your list of the radio stations, and that's all. And this is for your source. Then you have a small horn over here with your airbag obviously in it, and you have your Peugeot Lion logo. You have Peugeot written over here, and you have the GT right over here. In terms of the feel of the steering wheel, it is very good, and currently since the car is started, I can tell you the steering feel is very light. But the only thing is, since it's pretty low or on the dashboard, it just impedes in my legroom over here. Just make sure when you're looking for this car, just sit inside, set the car to your driving position or the seats, and then adjust the steering wheel where you like it. That's how you will know that this is the car for you or not. Then let's come to the center console, and you have a nice 10-inch display over here, and it is a touchscreen obviously, and you have Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and I think you can easily connect them. They are wireless, I believe, so you can display your Google Maps and stuff. Then you have some shortcut buttons over here, which are just like the keys on a piano. So you press this, and this takes you into your FM radio, and you have a presets list, all that stuff. Then this is for your climate control. So this is one thing I didn't like. The climate control is inside your display. I would have liked if it had physical dials though. It is just easier while driving, you don't get distracted. But this is how you control the temperature and stuff, so pretty nice. Let me just switch it off though. So this is how you control your climate control. Then here you have your navigation, so you have a nice big map. It just takes a bit of a time. Then you have your car settings right over here, so all the automatic headlamps and all that stuff, you can control it. Traction control, all that stuff is here. You have vehicle settings, so everything is in the touchscreen itself. Then you have your phone controls, like if you connect it with your Bluetooth for calls and stuff. Then you have another just for your apps, and another settings menu, and that's all. Then we come down below. This car does have heated seats, so you can see 3-stage heating. Not that we need it in Saudi Arabia though. Then we have a heated I'm not sure about this though. Yeah, it's a heater for the AC. Then this is your air circulation system, and that's about it. You also have a heated seat for the passenger though. Then we come down below, and this side is actually trimmed in leather. This is proper leather, and it feels very nice and soft, and you have the stitch effect over here. So despite me not having space though, this soft material over here just help protect your knee, and it feels good and comfortable. You do have some storage space down at the bottom. I hope you can just see that. Then up top you have your engine start stop button. These are your drive modes. So let's take a look at the drive modes. So we have eco, we have normal, then we have sport. So in sport, I believe the display just changed. Yep, it becomes more red, just makes it more sporty. Then we come down here, and this is your gear selector. So 8-speed automatic transmission, that's how you control it. So you have to press this, and you're going to drive this way. Push it for neutral, and then for reverse this way. So this is your camera, by the way though, and you can see we have the guidelines which work across. And as you drive through front and back, the side or blind spot mirrors will cover this part actually, and then you can get a full 360 view of that. But this is the standard rear view. I hope you can just yeah, we have a 180-degree view. Then we have a zoom view. Then we have an auto mode as well, and I think that's about it. Then you can just press P over here, and this is how the front camera looks, by the way. So that's all. Then we come down, and we have an electronic parking brake, and we have cup holders here. And let me just move this wire out of the way. So in the cup holders as well, you can see the ambient lighting inside, and that's about it. Then we have piano black trim over here. Not a fan of it because it easily catches fingerprint. I wish they could have put something like a silver trim. It would have looked more sporty, or just this carbon fiber trim could be here. It would have looked even better, I believe, or more sporty. but you open that to reveal some space, so you can keep your keys over here. You have a 12-volt socket, and by the way, I don't see a USB port. I don't know why. Maybe it's in the other storage space over there, but that's about it. Okay, so then we have a glove box. So this is your glove box. It's a pretty nice and decent size. It is lined with felt, so nothing you put will scratch away. But that's about it. Then we come up top. You have a nice frameless mirror. This style of rear view mirror is actually one of my favorites because it just feels a lot modern. Okay, so here are your lights. So nice and touch sensitive though. This one also, it's a center strip, and it's all LED, by the way. Then here you have your controls for the sunroof, which up top you can see is like this. It's not a full panoramic sunroof, but this is how it is. It almost covers more than half the rooftop. Then down below you have, or over here you have your sunshade, visors, and you have LED lights. Pretty good. Now let's talk about headroom though. So here is the headroom in the 508 GT. Now the seat is set to its lowest position and in the correct place where I am comfortable in driving a car. But since this has the glass roof up top, you can see this part just hits my head a bit. But when I just move or adjust myself a bit, I am okay. And the headroom is more than manageable. It's not a big deal for me. The only thing is while driving, the steering wheel just impedes in my space. But other than that, it's pretty comfortable. The seats are very good, and also the massaging system is pretty good as well. That's all. And now what we'll do is jump in the back seat and take a look at the space over there. Okay, so let's talk about the rear space now. And before we go into that, let's talk about the rear door trim. And again, they have added that same frameless mirrors at the back as well, which I like a lot. One small thing though, you can see over here, just when you open the door, they have added a nice carbon fiber trim over here. It just looks sporty and it feels nice and premium as well. Then let's talk about the quality. So nice, same soft touch material as in the front, so feels pretty good. You have that same speaker system right here. You can see the carbon fiber trim with your silver strip right here. You have your door handles, same leather material as in the front, nice and soft with the window controls, and you have a decent amount of storage as well. And then down at the bottom, this is also pretty nice and soft touch, so pretty good. Then these are the seats and how they look basically. So you can easily see you have the same pattern as in the fronts, and they are nice and soft leather seats. You do have isofix though, and they are hidden behind this pouch over here, so you have to zip open it. Then these seats, like I told you, are foldable by the way, and you can just fold them this way. This is how they fold down, and you can see from the boot you have a nice flat space till here. And now let's just bring it up. Okay, so now let's get inside and we'll take a look at the space. Okay, so I'm in the back seat of the 508 GT, and right now the front driver's seat is set to my driving position, and like I said, I am 195 centimeters or 6 feet 5, and I cannot sit comfortably behind myself, or you can just say I can survive a short trip, but not for long hours. I cannot sit behind myself over here. And the passenger seat, if the passenger is short enough, I can easily adjust behind, but if the passenger is someone of my height, I cannot sit behind myself. Let's talk some of the features. You do have a net over here, and at the back you have climate controls as well. Let me just turn on the flash for you. So this is how you have some climate control vents. It's basically a 2-zone climate control. You don't have anything to control that over there. And you have 2 USB ports down at the bottom, but that's about it. And let's talk about headroom though. The headroom is not a lot, because you can see I have to sit like this. If I try to sit properly, my head will be like this and I'll get a cramp. So basically I do not have headroom, and that's because the design of the roofline, it's a sloping roofline, and that obviously cuts into the headroom. But also the fact that I'm pretty tall. Not a lot of people are 6 feet 5 or mostly above 6 foot 2 or something like that. Many people, or the average height people, will be very fine at the back over here. They just might have to adjust a bit, but I think they'll be fine. Only taller people like me will have a problem over here. Also the fact that since this has that sunroof, this part just eats into the space a bit, but again, that's okay. This is the back seat is meant for a bit shorter heighted people, and that's all. In terms of the headroom though, I'll have to talk like this. Then over here we have a nice touch sensitive light. It's currently not switched on for some reason. You have a hook here. Then you have a nice armrest in the middle. It is nice and soft, and you have 2 cup holders in it, and that's about it.
Okay, so that was the video on the 508 GT. Hope you enjoyed it a lot. And what do I think personally of the car? I think it is one of the best designed exteriors and interiors in its segment. And a lot of it, I think many of the people that buy this car will be for the design of the exterior and interior as well. Just one minor thing, the space inside the interior is a bit small for a person like me. I'm a big guy. But people of average height or below 6 foot should be really fine in the interior. It has plenty of space for shorter heighted people though, and the rear sloping roof also impedes into the headroom for taller guys like me. But again, people below 6'4" should be fine. And one more strong feature of this car is it has one of the largest boots or cargo space at the back when you compare it in the segment. So that's pretty good as well. And one of its strongest features again. The performance, obviously I didn't drive it, so I don't know how the car performs in terms of the ride quality and stuff. But from what I have read about it in terms of reviews, it is a really nice driving car. So pretty overall, it has a lot of things going for it. And personally, I think if you are looking for a car in this segment and just come to the showroom, take a look at the car, adjust the seats according to your driving position, take a look at how you feel in it, and if you like it, I think you should just go for it. The GT trim might be a bit expensive for some people, but you have the other trims as well, and they are lower down in the price range, so you could go for that as well. They have similar design, similar interior quality as well, so you will be pretty fine and happy with that choice as well, or the other trims. So that's all I have to say. So if you enjoyed the video, do leave a like and also subscribe to the channel, and also turn on the bell notifications so that you will be the first ones to know when I upload later videos. So thanks for watching guys. Stay safe, stay healthy. Bye bye.